Thanks for having us. We are the Smokin Burnouts. Let's do this, gentlemen.
Playing rockabilly with a punk foundation requires a surprisingly simple approach. You need 3 chords, some attitude, and the truth. You do what you can, use what you got, and you have fun. The Smokin Burnouts follow that approach to a T, plus a little extra. Rev up your engines. The Smokin Burnouts are this week's studio guest on Songwriters across Texas.
A lot of my friends that I know through music or whatever, they know I'm a mechanic, but they don't. They're like, nah, I'll just take it in. I don't want to bug them or anything. But at the same time, I'm like, no, bring it to me or call me and I'll come fix it or whatever. But mainly it's just like, you know, industrial equipment or forklifts and regular, you know, daily driver cars and stuff like that. But man, if I could just work on hot rods and stuff full time, I would definitely do that. But Hondas and Toyotas pay the bills.
Joined the Army right out of high school. I was ready to get out of Texas for a little bit, but the Army sent me to Fort Hood, which kind of worked out because I was still able to, you know, come to Austin and see, you know, badass punk rock shows, and I did, you know. And the first band that really grabbed me and was like, you can do this too, was the Ramones. I know a lot of people say that, but the simplicity, and you can hear it in our 3-chord songs, you know. I mean, that's all you need is 3 chords and some attitude and the truth.
Put an ad on Craigslist, and I put like husbands and dads encouraged to apply, because you know, I wanted to play with dudes around my age. I just, you know, I wanted to play weekend gigs and have fun doing it. And Clay, the bass player now, responded. We both had like similar musical interests, and he, you know, he's willing to play for free, basically. So
we wrote a song, and it was like, man, this song really needs a trumpet. And I remember you opened up your case, and you're like, oh, you had your tie, and you're like, oh, I also play in a mariachi band, and
score.
Me and Clay kind of looked at each other. We were like, this is the guy.
Just what we've been looking for.
Yeah.
Nice. We're the Smokin Burnouts. I'd like to put your hands together for Mariachi.
Muy bueno, sí.
Way down in the valley back in 1960, I used to cat the girl, a young Beirut queen. On the night before Easter, she confessed her sins. Miss Irene was never set alive again. Oh, baby, if I did some things you got taken away. Her lifeless body was found floating face down. Punk wears her body was some items from the church. In a procession of praise, they all pointed at him first. There's scratches on his head that he just couldn't explain. Church cried foul and quickly said that priest away. Mob tell the sinner for trouble and pray. With all the drunks and pervs and pedophiles to say the lane. And a man who back off his buddy man, free and willing and able to sin. And 55 years he had got taken away until the county elected a new DA. I'll reopen that case on the campaign trail, he exclaimed. Miss Irene would finally have her day.
Portamone played with us for several years, and the mariachi band that he was playing in, they were struggling to find another guitar player. And I asked him if they had found a guitar player, and he was like, no. Do you want the gig? And I was like, I don't know.
Hombre, olvídate. They filled me up already. Get un taco. Happy Mother's Day to me. All right. Many projects.
He's too full to play.
Man,
I gotta be honest.
I can see the buttons on the accordion, brother.
And why? That's why I don't eat before I play.
Don't panzón.
Well, I play for my diaphragm. So if I'm too full,
Oh, no.
so if I'm too full, there's too much pressure.
Well, I'll eat
build
what
up.
you got.
Sure,
How
build up.
you doing, brother? Good, man. Nice to see you.
I had met up with Shorty, the band leader, and he kind of ran me through all the songs and
Hold on.
you know, a lot of the traditional songs and the keys that they played it in and the style that they did. So there's no amps and pedals and, you know, stands. And so basically just show up. You've got nothing to plug into. You just show up and start playing. The strumming style is somewhat similar to punk rock, believe it or not. You know, it's fast for one, but on a classical, like mariachi, on a classical guitar, it's a lot of finger. You're not using a pick, you're basically using your fingers and your wrist. Matador, I think I saw some bullfighting footage or something on like Discovery Channel.
Charging into the arena in Madrid, El Toro is full of vim and vinegar. To the fans.
And I always thought it was cool how they, you know, like get all fancy dressed up and fighting a 3,000-pound bull, you know, like just get out. So basically, there's a story in this song. The bullfighter goes up against this big badass bull that's got this reputation. And this bull's so big and badass, he's like, you know what? I'm not going to kill you after this. I respect you. You know, you're not going to die tonight.
All right, this song's called Matador.
Well, they call me El Matador, and I drop pennies to the floor. With my golden tail now, my hair is right. I don't back down from any fight. And I mess with the bull ever since I was born. And I learned the hard way. Never got no hope. I was born cold, I'm stubborn ways. Tonight my air, my bullfighting days. They brought the bass from the south. Hold on the train, so don't mess around. And I mess with the bull ever since I was born. And I learned the hard way. Never got no hope. Well, who's for the grind? You got hell to fight. You're gonna die, but not tonight. Be set to kill, be set to yourself. And I ain't going back to hell. Hell no. And I mess with the bull ever since I was born. And I learned the hard way. Never got no hope.
Give it up one more time for Mariachi. Thank you very much.
One thing that sucks about working on nice cars like this is you really got to watch where you put your stuff. I'm always paranoid about like scratching something, especially when they're like show quality cars. I love puzzles, so working on a car or anything really, whatever you're trying to put, it's basically, I look at it as a puzzle. You know, like for this engine, for example, you know, I've got to figure out if it's not getting enough fuel, is it not getting spark? Is it getting spark, or is it getting a weak spark, or is the timing out? Is the coil out? Is there a wiring issue somewhere? Am I getting a voltage drop somewhere? And then figure out what it is and fix it and make it work again. And songwriting's the same. You know, you've got this chord, this riff, this melody, these lyrics. How do you make it work? Blood. Blood was a story about a goth girl that thought she was a vampire that bit me in the neck. And that's basically it. And I'm trying to tell her to, get her to leave, but she won't. So that's it's not a true story, but that's what it's about, if you absolutely want to know.
This next song is called Blood, and it's about a crazy girl that thought she was a vampire, this goth chick, but if you listen close, it's not a funny story. Well, maybe it's funny to you.
To my neck, but the look on your face said it made you sick. I got bad blood, it's in my DNA. You should've never got involved with me. Just vampires could exist. You're sitting in my space, but your world's apart, and I wanna cut through your cold, cold heart. Blood, blood, blood. Take it from me, you have my blood. Blood, blood. Up, you better get your stuff in leg, but before you do that, just in time, be place. I would cook you breakfast, but you don't eat it. I'm no good for you, and you're no good for me. Just yell, 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 get away from me. I said, leave, leave, leave.
I broke a string.
I think if music's in your blood, you kind of have to do it to feel complete. I think we're very much still a punk rock band, but sometimes when we get like rejected from clubs or just can't seem to get into certain places, we're almost, too punk for the rockabilly crowd and too rockabilly for the punk rock crowd, and just kind of somewhere in the middle.
We all have day jobs, so we don't really go on the road. You know, we play sporadically. We've done some recording, and we're in the process of doing some recording. So it's really just from a fun standpoint, and whatever comes our way, we've had some pretty cool things happen to us.
I think these guys still have fun. Do you guys have fun?
I've been playing a long, long time. A lot longer than these guys. And it's still fun.
Remember how to play this. You ready? All right. Me too.
I took a ride on the midnight train. Baby girl said it wasn't safe. Told her that I'd be okay, but I'm sitting next to zombies and they want my brain. All I wanted was to see my girl, but she lives half across the world. Couldn't buy a ticket for an aeroplane. Had to ride on the midnight train. Yeah, Wolfman howled and the party was down. Now came Godzilla and King Kong. Bodies would pass for the whiskey and blood. Now I'm wishing I never would have taken a ride on the midnight train. Taking a ride on the midnight train. Figure me out and it's not funny. Oh, not this midnight train.